Report to the 5-star generals. October 28th global situation update has arrived. First piece of intel. India and Pakistan clashed again, and India unilaterally declared victory once more. The two sides fought for 3 hours along the line of control in Kashmir's Lipah Valley. But India quickly started its usual self-congratulation, claiming that Pakistan raised a white flag to rescue its wounded, suffered 7 deaths, lost 2 outposts and 1 vehicle, yet provided no evidence whatsoever. Pure propaganda. In contrast, Pakistan achieved tangible results. The Pakistani Army's Black Panther special forces carried out a precise sweep against Indian-backed militants, killing 8 on the spot, and also defeated the Pakistani Taliban infiltration team in North Waziristan and Jiristan, killing 13 militants with 5 Pakistani soldiers lost. On one side, you have India's baseless great victory, and on the other, Pakistan's verified combat results. It's clear who's actually fighting and who's just blowing smoke. Report to the 5-star generals. Second piece of intel. To warm things up, the United States managed to crash 2 aircraft in quick succession. Trump had just arrived in Malaysia in the morning, and that afternoon the U.S. military gave him an embarrassing show. The aircraft carrier Nimitz, operating in the South China Sea, lost 2 aircraft within half an hour, 1 MH-60R helicopter and 1 I-18F fighter jet. Fortunately, the crew members were recovered. This carrier was already slated for retirement, but it was sent to show off for Trump's Asia trip and now looks foolish. If an old ship can't hold up, don't force it. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the real problem is the U.S. flaunting military power in the South China Sea, then expecting help. When things go wrong, we are willing to provide humanitarian assistance. Look how merciful we are. Yet you come to our doorstep to make a scene. And when something happens, you want us to help recover your equipment. The South China Sea is deep, and the U.S. lacks sufficient salvage equipment and partners there. They can't just abandon the downed aircraft. But when and how to recover them will require careful planning by the Americans. Third piece of intel. U.S.-Venezuela tensions rising. A Wagner Group transport plane has just landed in Venezuela, bringing Russian reinforcements. An IL-76 military transport aircraft from Wagner flew in from North Africa, arriving just as Trump threatened to deploy U.S. ground forces against Venezuela. President Maduro didn't have to wait long. Help arrived. This isn't the first time Russia has backed Maduro. Back in 2019, when the U.S. military was preparing to act, Russia sent transport planes loaded with weapons and personnel, forcing Trump to back off. This time, because of the strained ties between Moscow and Washington, the mission is handled by Wagner, unofficial but flexible, capable of protecting key targets and preventing U.S. Special Forces assassination attempts. Meanwhile, Maduro has been busy. His security forces captured a CIA-directed mercenary team and built a 3-layer national security network, with the intelligence agency and counterintelligence supported by millions of militia informants. With that level of surveillance, the CIA can't hide any covert operations. Trump's plan to copy Israel-style decapitation strikes has no chance to proceed. Fourth piece of intel. The Russia-Ukraine clash. Ukraine blew up a reservoir dam in Russia's Belgorod region. The dam's discharge caused the water level to drop by more than 1 meter, and downstream Russian 128, 116, 68, and 136 brigades were all exposed to flooding. More than 2,000 Russians were affected, and the northern Donetsk river level is still rising. The Ukrainian side admitted responsibility, saying the strike was carried out by Hungarian flying bird drones with assistance from US-made HIMARS. Ukrainian officials said the drone warheads alone were not powerful enough to cause such damage. Only HIMARS could inflict that level of destruction. They also claimed the strike severed the Russian assault units that were crossing the river from their main forces, cutting off supplies. Russia's air defense performance was described as shameful. Their combat power was pushed to the limit, and their defenses stubbornly held on despite lacking key capabilities. Russia would not tolerate this. They are already releasing water to prevent the dam from collapsing, and the next step will likely be to go after Ukrainian dams. Fifth piece of intel. India is getting overexcited again. They found wreckage of a Chinese Pili-15V missile and are already bragging they'll reverse engineer it. Reverse engineering a missile isn't just measuring it with a tape. You need hypersonic wind tunnel data. You need to be able to build the radar chips inside it. And you need rare earths, which India imports. How exactly are they going to pull that off? Even the United States didn't copy it perfectly. India. Are they going to blow on a wind tunnel with their mouths? They'd be better off mastering the Russian R-77 first. Honestly, it's a little demoralizing to keep criticizing India, but they keep stepping forward and making it easy to mock themselves.